Okay, so I'm just gonna be showing my new pyraminx method that I think I found. So again, I don't know if this is the actual method. The 3x3 method tutorial will be coming up soon. But yeah, so I'm just gonna show you how it works. Let's just scramble. Okay, the tips don't really matter since you solved the tips first. So yeah. First step is to pair up one edge with one of the centers, and this can be done fairly easily. Let's take the shortest one. Take this one. This one's blue and green. Now we look for blue and green center. Well, here's one right here. So all we have to do. That's the wrong way. Okay, so it was here. We could have just paired that up like that in 2 moves. Next, we pair this one up with the other green blue center. So it's right here. We take it like this, and now we've made this line here, like that. Next, we're going to build a line here, and I'm making algorithms with this, but you can build a line and solve a corner, which you'll need to do. But for this one, I'll show you building a line and then solving a corner. If you get lucky, it can happen by itself, and it actually does a lot of the time. So first, we have to match up the centers with the center on the bottom, just like that. Now we see our line on top will have this edge, so we can just put that right there and build our second line. So we build one line here, and now we build one line here like that. So next we need to solve a corner, but this one's already solved. It is flipped, but that doesn't really matter since we can do that afterwards. We can just flip it afterwards. So now we have 3 edges that are not solved. This one, and this one. So we're going to name these edges. This one is the isolated edge because there's no other edge that's not solved on this block. There's this one, but that's already in the right place. And then we see this is blue and this is yellow. So that goes right here. So this is going to be like our swapping edge. So we put that up like this. And we put the blue one down here. It is flipped again, but it doesn't really matter. Next we need to, if we go back, we can see another edge here. This one's just going to be our filler edge, since we solved that and it doesn't really matter when we solve it. So put this down like this, solve that one, and now we see that the center on top here is red and green. We can solve that. And now the center over here is red and blue. We can solve this. Then we just match it up, everything's good. And now we can just flip the edges with an algorithm. So I'm just going to do one more example solve, and yeah, I'll make a tutorial for this later as well. So first of all, solve the tips. It doesn't really matter. Next, solve a line by pairing up some centers and some edges. So we see here this center, this can be paired up in one move, and then we can pair this up in 2 moves, just like that. Next we hold it like this. We see we have to build a line. So this edge can go down here, like that. And let's see, so there's no edge solved now. So now we have to use this algorithm for it. Sorry. I haven't really finalized this method, so it's not really that great yet, but if I come up with algorithms that solve the corner while you build this, which I'm doing right now, it'll be a lot faster. So now we see that this is our isolated edge, because there's no other unsolved edge on this kind of block right here. And which one is our swapping edge? Well, we see this one is blue and this one's red, so it goes right here. And this is going to be our filler edge then. So put it down there, put it right there. Where's our filler edge? It's right there. Then where's our swapping edge? Right here. And we solve it like that. And then just swap the edges. So let's do one more, but I'm just going to try to do it as fast as I can. I am looking through the camera, so it might not be that fast. Okay, so here we go. And during inspection you can probably find your first line, because it isn't that hard to actually find. Okay, so we do that, and let's get this edge, I guess, like that. We built our first line. I know there are pyraminx methods. Obviously this isn't that much of a speed cubing method since it's pretty slow. But you know, it's actually a pretty fun method to use. Well, I think it's a fun method. I'm not doing too well on this solve. Let's just build our line with the flipped edge, and then we can flip it back like that. Oh, did we break our line? No, we didn't. Okay, so now we look at our edges again. This is the isolated. This will be the swapping edge, and this will be the filler edge. So we put the swapping edge down. We solve the isolated edge. We solve the filler edge, and we solve the swapping edge. Now again, we have two edges that are flipped, and we can just flip them back. So yeah, that is the method. It doesn't take very many moves if you can do it quickly. If you can actually, if you are like good at looking ahead, you can actually solve your two lines just in inspection. You can find the shortest way to get there. Normally to create your first line, it'll take a minimum of like no move actually, and a maximum of probably like 4 or 5 moves. So not that much. Like this one, we can just pair that up somewhere, I guess. Like here, we see that this edge is here, so we can solve that in 2 moves, and solve this in 2 moves. So that actually wasn't a very good line since it was 4 moves, but it still made the line. Next we create our second line here, and we have a corner solved, but we need this one solved. Let's just make that a flipped edge, and then we can solve the flipped edge. Okay, and our edge is solved. Did I say corner? I am so sorry if I said corner. But you have to solve one edge. So now we have isolated here. We have our swapping here and our filler here. Put the swapping down, solve the isolated, solve the filler, solve the swapping, and then solve both of them, and then flip the edges. So yeah, that is basically the method that I think I came up with. Again, if it is actually invented, I'm so sorry. But yeah, thanks for watching.